I'm falling. And in the good times, I find myself longing for. Okay, now it's your turn.
Tell me so.
You're listening to Talking Jack with Jaron, with Jack Billings, Jack Nunes, and your host, Jaron Giri. Welcome to episode 4 of Talking Jack with Jaron, fortnightly podcast, but we decided to play a catch-up episode for the listeners out there as we had an interrupted few weeks with me going down. So it's only been a week since our last podcast, but we've had plenty of people writing in some interesting things, and JBs received quite a lot of love on there. But firstly, welcome back, JB.
Hey, Giri.
You know I hate that. And welcome back, Nunesy.
Thanks for having me, Gears.
No worries. So, Nunesy, I believe you're away with some of the discussion points that we've received via email, mostly about JB.
Well, I just thought I'd bring it up. I think JB's copped a little bit over the past 3 episodes. And people haven't taken too kindly to it in regards to our output in terms of drilling him. But he does enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a attack at all.
No personal attacks. It's all in
plenty of love
all in
behind
jest
it,
and a bit
I
of fun. But what it does show to me is another bit of feedback is we've got to stop talking over each other, and that's probably my error. But what it does show to me is that JB is at this stage the podcast fan favourite. He's getting a lot of love out there, and Nunesy and I are getting minimal amounts of love. So, JB, that's good, but we do want to make it clear out there that, I don't want to answer for you, but maybe you could touch on the way you think this podcast is going and Nunesy, my behaviour towards you.
No, it's been fun. Like I've said before, it's very enjoyable on here, and as long as everyone just knows we all love each other. That's the main thing.
No worries, mate. Well, hopefully that clears it up, and we didn't hold you a gun to your head while you said that. But we'll
maybe try just get some new jokes.
Yeah, we'll try and keep it a little bit cleaner and
just
not
all the humours
are
directed to me. But
right.
A few one-liners here or there.
If you keep yourself in order and don't stuff things up, then we can probably keep it a little bit cleaner. But anyway, we appreciate the emails. We always do. So if you want to send any more in, then feel free to do so, and hopefully Jill and I can start getting some more positive feedback if we tone it down a little bit on the way we treat JB.
You're just all about pats on the back.
Hey? Oh, we wouldn't mind a little bit.
It would seem that you're seeking a pat on the back there, Jaron.
I might start calling you Seb Ross.
The back slappers.
The back slappers.
No, very good. And the other thing this episode we look forward to is we really look forward to having David Armitage with us this week. Last week we know he pulled out due to a late golf game, but he's done it again, unfortunately, and he's pulled out today because he was tired. So we know Armo's recently become a father, and having a father, becoming a father can be tough, as it can be on the mothers. It can be tiring, and today he's got the better of Armo, and he's been sent home.
I reckon he's
being tired.
I reckon he's secretly just trying to build the suspense.
Oh no, he's not invited back. That's his last chance. But what we do have is another guest today who knows all about fatherhood and has never had a day where he's seemed tired ever since he became a father a long time ago now is Dylan Roberton. So we look forward to hearing from Dylan and welcome Dylan, a father of 3. So you got any wisdom for Armo just to maybe...
first of all, it's good to be here, even if it's by default. But,
second in line.
Yeah, second. But as you know, I'm not doing much around the club, so I was just walking the halls and here I am.
You weren't even second in line. I think we actually asked a few others, but you haven't been doing much the last few months. So
I'll do something.
So you can give us a bit today.
Yeah.
Very good. So what we're going to touch on today, and I hate to do this to JB because the feedback's been to let him off the hook a bit, but we're going to go back to last week's episode just quickly and just have a look at the end of JB's segment, which has been given positive reviews.
It was huge.
There was a part of the segment that Nunes and I weren't too happy about. We wanted some clarity whether Ben Paton was in fact Mr. Paton or just Ben Paton.
We'll get Robert if you've got any thoughts as well.
Feel
free to give your opinion. Did you listen last week?
I did listen last week.
Loyal listener.
So we might just rewind back to last week's episode. Mate, he wasn't a teacher.
You got to go to uni.
You got to go to uni to be a teacher.
Mate, he taught at a school.
What did he teach?
He's like the PE teacher.
Oh, no, he wasn't. He was like the PE's assistant. You just absolutely bullshit. I love it. Next week.
He worked with kids, mate.
Oh, so what?
He went to a school and
JB, that is
taught what?
Taught what?
I think it was PE.
JB, if we can get Pato in next week, and if he says that I am a teacher and ring him. Get him on loudspeaker.
Well, fellas, I actually spoke to Pato this morning. Here's what he had to say.
Yeah, I got no clue where JB's got his sources from, but I was never a teacher and never want to be either, so not sure about that one.
Well.
Please explain.
So he's your housemate, and you've got this completely wrong.
I just want to know how you got this so wrong. He's a 19-year-old kid.
Get it wrong.
No, just give us a chance.
Okay.
I'll
explain it.
A 19-year-old kid. He's finished his schooling at 18, and for some reason you thought he could sneak 4 years of uni in 6 months.
Okay. I'll just to clear it up, everything you said is correct, but I never said he went to uni for 4 years. And yes, you do have to go to uni for 4 years or whatever it is to become a teacher. But he had a year out of school.
Disrespectful to teachers, I reckon you were being.
Yeah, that was.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. It is my segment, so I can give whatever clues I want, by the way.
But not if they're wrong.
They're my clues. Anyway, so he had a year out of school and helped out at this school, I think, as I'm not sure what they're called, but
An assistant.
Yeah, assistant through PE and
He was the janitor.
yeah, there were numerous days where he took classes. So he was teaching. No,
What classes did he take?
He was teaching PE.
Well, yeah, what was he teaching?
Physical education.
Yeah,
like sport,
okay.
PE.
So I'm just going to ask Robbo a question. As I guess he's got 3 kids. Boston's at school already. How would you feel, a 19-year-old kid straight out of school? You're paying a fair whack.
Clearly
to
trying to learn, so trying to do
and
well
you've
with
got
what he's...
a 19-year-old that JB thinks is a teacher, hasn't been to uni for 4 years teaching your kid.
Oh, it wouldn't be ideal. You obviously want them to have the qualifications, of course. But in JB's defence, I think with his segment, he's just tried to stump you.
Yeah.
And he's come up with a curly one, and it's probably backfired on him.
What I will say is today moving forward, there's going to be a mixture of clues.
Okay.
So
don't question them.
Yeah, so don't question them in future.
All right, that's fine.
Because it is
I'm glad
the number one segment of the podcast and counting.
All right, no worries. Well, I'm glad we cleared it up, though.
Yeah, I'll speak to Pato when I get home.
Is Pato a chance to be booted?
Potentially.
From the Brighton Palace?
He needs to lift his game a bit.
Yeah.
Around the house.
Oh, we won't go there. All right, going to go back to a segment that we started with earlier on in the podcast and the captain's call.
Tried the shake and bake. Here comes Shane Giri. Brilliant stuff from Giri. Gritted his teeth, the captain.
So I've been out for a period of time now. Had the opportunity to sit on the bench and view a few different things whilst I've been on there. But just going to touch on the 3 things from the weekend. Robbie Young's debut, which was pretty electrifying. It was impressive to see him at ground level. His speed to close and to whack in and tackle blokes was impressive. But what I really loved was his goal celebrations, really team lifting and showed a bit of character. He's a bit of a character, Robbie, so it was good to see him show a bit of personality out there. The other one we always like seeing is milestone game. So Shane Savage played his 150th AFL game. I think about 56 with Hawthorn and 94 with St Kilda, maybe 54, 96 or close to that. So that was a great achievement from Sav. And Josh Bruce in the same game played his 100th AFL game. So great milestones for those boys and many more to come. What I might do is, Robert, you've been out for a while and you've had the opportunity to do a bit of coaching and you've been up in the box. What are some of the things that you've liked or learnt up there? It doesn't have to be the game. You can more talk about the coaches and how their demeanour is or anything you see out there that might be interesting to the listeners.
Yeah, well, last year, obviously, I did the same thing, but obviously last year was the first time I was up in the coach's box. So last year was pretty daunting and didn't really have too much to say. Even if I was seeing things, I was a bit gun-shy. But, this year, obviously experiencing that last year, now I'm sort of happy with what the coaches are looking for. And if I see something, I'll sort of throw it up. But, on the weekend, in terms of Robbie Young's debut from the coach's box, watching him run off the ground to go to the bench is a highlight. He runs so fast off the ground.
Really? Yeah, I didn't
to go
notice.
off.
To go off.
I love
it's
that.
Unreal.
Let's go.
Really?
So all you fans out there, next time you watch Robbie come to the bench, just watch how fast he runs to get off.
That's a good one. That's a really good input. What I wanted to ask you, Robbo, is when you're out as a player, it's sort of, it's easier when you're out and you're not playing to sort of throw some, knives from the back of the room and whack a few players and
to your teammates.
Yeah, to your teammates. Like, you don't want to do it, but have you done any of that, or you've kept it pretty encouraging and in the box, or have you thrown a few blokes under the bus?
No, I try to encourage. The rest of the coaches sort of do that, but I still feel as if I'm a player, which I am. So I go in and bat for you guys. So yeah, it's still obviously. You hear some things about you boys, but no,
do you know what annoys me a bit? When
that?
Blokes go out of the side, how good of a player they become.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
It always happens, like Loans, yourself, Robbo, well, obviously all great players, but
Unbelievable.
for some reason when they're out of the side, they just do everything perfectly.
I'd agree with that. You become 50% better at least.
Currency goes up a
straight
bit
out of the
too,
team.
which is
especially
good.
when you're the difference and you haven't won a game since you've been out. So that tends to happen. No, very good. The coach's box would be an interesting place, but you don't want to spend too much more time up there, do you?
No, well, yeah, that's the thing. I'm starting to see the game the way they see it, so it probably isn't a good thing because I want to be back out there. And
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, so last year when I was up there, they'd be talking about all this stuff, and I wouldn't have any idea what they're seeing. Like how are they seeing all that stuff? Because I just watch the ball. But now I'm sort of, I guess, dissecting the game as it's going, which I've never done.
Yeah.
So I'm probably, not looking at the game as a player anymore. But I think even in the preseason, I felt like last year helped my footy a lot in terms of the state of the game and understanding exactly what the coaches want when they give you a message. So I think when I do come back, I'll definitely be a better player and a better leader and that sort of thing. So just got to get back first.
Oh, we might continue on that.
I was just
going
to say, how do you go with the vision? Because obviously, or if people don't know, listening, coaching involves a lot of vision, watching heaps of games. How do you go with that?
Yeah, that was the hardest thing, I guess, in terms of the technology and cutting clips and coding them and all that sort of thing. So when I first started doing that, I had no idea. Still don't have much of an idea, but I'm getting a bit of a head start. So by the time I do finish my career, at least I'll have the coding and all that sort of stuff ticked off. So I feel like when I am finished, I'll be ready to go in terms of coaching.
Yeah.
I'll be well prepared.
And what's your plan going forward? So we know you ruled out this year. Heartbreaking for us because we love playing with you and you're one of our better
Robbo
players.
is actually starter even though he's out. Like, how you said.
Yeah.
Robbo is a legitimate star.
He is. And the fans would remember 2 years ago before he went down, he was in the All-Australian squad. He's a very good player and someone we dearly miss. But what's your plan going forward? Because you're obviously out this year, but I believe you're going to do a bit more investigation into your issue and hopefully have a good result there and see what happens.
Yeah, pretty much nailed it. So I'll head overseas. Just sort of, Barb's our doctor is sort of lining up a few doctors to go and see. So I'll do a little bit of a tour of the States most likely and go see a few over there and get a few second opinions and see what they reckon the goal is. Because, as you said, no one's really given me a diagnosis or what's sort of going to happen. So hopefully you go over there and get some news either way, I guess. But, hopefully it'll be good news.
Yeah, so that'll be something you look at doing between now and sort of October, November, and then you'll get more of an idea and move forward.
Yep.
Brilliant. Well, hopefully you get some good news and we're out there playing with you again soon. What we're going to do is we're going to move on to Jill's Grills before we come back and bring Robbo back into the fold and maybe catch up on a few stories about him.
It's been very quiet.
Who's that? Jill.
Are
you working on something over there?
No, I was just listening to Robbo and you guys.
Have you been stunned a little bit from some of the emails that have been directed at you?
Yeah, well, I don't want to pay JB out because I'll get in trouble.
He's got nothing else to say.
I've been working my way up for Jill's Grills. I've been sitting here getting ready.
I'm looking forward to this.
That was out of bounds! That was out of bounds! That was out of bounds!
Hope you get the lot, you dog.
All right. So my last grill was about a week ago. So I haven't had much time to get a very quality one. But in discussions with Latte over there, this is what I've come up with. So as we all know, at this time of the year, people can get run down, sick, maybe the flu, maybe a sore throat. Gastro's been going around Melbourne.
You're famous for getting sick.
I'm famous, but
True.
That's one of your pastimes that you
knock
enjoy.
wood, I haven't been sick for a while.
But you do frequently get run down and come down with one or two illnesses.
Correct. And this grill could have something to do with it. At training, we always, after each drill, we all work off to the bench and we all get our drink bottles together and obviously we all share and have some water or Powerade. But what's been shitting me lately, and it's been pissing Jack off as well, Jack Billings, is blokes that can't trust the squeeze of the drink bottle, so they wrap their lips and tongues all over the nozzle where the water comes out. And there's a little like chin area where you can put on the drink bottles, which is safe.
So you don't do that.
So you don't do that. So your mouth's maybe 5 or 6 centimetres away from the water, and you squeeze and it goes in. But in this day and age, in this time of year when you can get sick quite easily, blokes that lick or put their lips all over the drink bottle is just absolutely disgusting, and I cannot have it.
I'm so with you.
And JB's with me on this one, and we're going to go through a few players that are disgusting at training and like to do that.
I just don't understand how this is possible. These drink bottles are designed
I know, mate,
to not put your mouth. I haven't seen it because, to be honest, I run over there and I trust that blokes are doing the right thing in terms of drinking out of the bottle.
Well, and if you open your eyes a bit, Giz, you'll notice that it's quite a dynasty at the moment. Epidemic, not a dynasty. And it's an epidemic. Jack, name some players that...
So these are regular...
so you've actually noticed this regularly?
Like, and
we've been keeping an eye on it.
Not going to lie, a few times I've got the drink bottle off them and put it back and got another one.
And not only sickness, cold sores...
Yeah. So is there any shocks amongst them?
There's a couple. Just a couple that stand out. Hunter Clark, and D-Mac.
Oh,
mate. Oh, and I've never said anything about it.
Oh, remember we spoke about this the other week, and I don't want to bring you down, JB. But the other week we were talking about bad breath. Well, call it out.
Call it out.
But it's just
how are you helping?
Yeah, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
So
do you think that'd be weird though? Like,
just say, mate, I'll show you how to drink out of it properly. Give it here, I'll squirt it in my mouth and pass it on, and then
we might have to have a meeting about it.
Yeah, because the thing is, the club puts in a lot of things around the club, the hygiene to stop it. So we have to wash our hands before we grab our food, and then after we grab our food, because there's a chance that someone has not washed their hands while you use the tongs to grab your food. They've got lolly jars with your number on them, so you don't have a communal lolly jar.
And blokes want to put their lips all over drink bottles.
Oh, it's foul. So, something to work with.
I might say a couple more.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Armitage, Steele.
Yeah. Oh. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah. Do you notice it?
I've never seen it, but I don't know what it would... Maybe like Hunter and D-Mac, just the grip strength. Might not be there, so they just have to...
I'm going to let Hunter off the hook because he's a young bloke who hasn't...
No, mate, he's been playing... You use those drink bottles from under 10s up onwards.
And even if you don't use those drink bottles,
so that's why
it's
a habit.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm trying to say.
JB, when a young bloke comes into the club, you've got to show him the way. So if he's learnt those behaviours over a period of time of his junior football, as a leader, which you are, and you've seen it, you've got to call that out.
Okay.
So you're going to do something about it?
I will.
Help. Just help.
What are you going to do?
The next opportunity, I'm going to say something.
Getting back to a couple of weeks before we bounce back to this one, have you said to anyone who's had a bad breath that they've got bad breath yet? Just to give them a chop out. See if you've learned a lesson.
No.
I can't wait till you have bad breath.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be very apologetic.
Will you be happy for me to tell you to go and...
Oh, yeah, please tell me because I want to change it straight away. But some people, I don't know.
You don't have to say it like that. Just say, hey, mate, go get some toothpaste or mouthwash. You've got to do or mate, this is how you drink out of a drink bottle properly. Just something to think about.
Tap on the bum and away.
Just something to think about. What do you reckon, Dylan?
Well, yeah, I like...
It's almost a chat in front of the group.
Yeah. Sorry, Dylan, to cut you off.
Yeah, no, that's right. I reckon JB, the way JB, he doesn't want to hurt feelings, so he's very considerate, whereas if you think of someone like Brucey, how he would handle it, if someone had bad breath, he'd probably... For everyone out there, Brucey doesn't really have a filter, so he'd probably just strangle them. And
yeah, but on the other hand, if someone told Brucey, I don't think he would cop it too well.
No, he wouldn't. No.
I used to say to people at school, like sitting next to them, and it didn't go down well.
Yeah, but when you grow up a little bit, you sort of want to be told this. I can understand.
Just do it in your way. Take them away for a coffee, maybe.
Yeah, but like getting back to the drink bottles, it's almost a conversation in front of the group because I'll tell Hunter, for example, but like
you told him he's going to find out.
Yeah,
this has gone on enough.
He doesn't probably listen, but I reckon there's like 15 or 20 that need to be told.
They do.
There's just certain things that you probably shouldn't have to get up in front of the group and explain. And drinking out of a drink bottle is...
Mate, everyone's been sick lately around the club.
I understand
it's actually,
My throat's getting sore at the moment.
But
it's a little thing, but I reckon 30 seconds pre-training.
I know it shits Jill, but what is going to shit me is that Jill is going to use that as an excuse to why I get sick when he's always sick. So
yeah. No, it's
Mate,
general.
I've grown up.
No,
I used to get sick flat out.
You're famous for being sick.
It's
All
a
right.
general
No, very good
Thanks
topic, very good discussion. I really enjoyed that. But JB, I'd like to see you helping your teammates grow in some certain areas, and bad breath and drinking out of drink bottles is a really good start.
Righto.
All right, we're going to move on, and we're going to get stuck into our guest a little bit more. And Dylan is obviously joined us.
Hey, Dylan.
Really rapt to have you, Dylan. You know, you've been trying to get on the show for a while now.
About 2 hours it took. 2 hours ago.
No, it's very good to have you. Now, we started off the show by talking about fatherhood. You're a father to 3 beautiful kids, 2 boys and a girl. There's been some fathers recently inducted into fatherhood at the club. Me 14, 15 months ago, Seb Ross 6 months ago, Armo 6 months ago, Jake Carlisle's about to have his second. What's some of the things that you've learnt in the early stages of fatherhood? Some things that people probably will find amusing or will enjoy.
Oh, probably that even though like my boys are a lot like me, that
What do you mean?
in terms of how I would have been as a kid and how I sort of am
What
now.
do you mean? What does he mean?
That it
They like him.
they're like me,
sorry,
which
how so?
Maybe let him explain
let me
it.
explain it.
Okay.
So they're a lot like me in terms of personality, which I guess I like that, but at the same time it's very frustrating, and then it makes me sort of look at myself and how I behave. So
Frustrated with yourself.
yeah, because obviously they get it from me, which is
Nothing
good.
from Amy?
No, not really. Oh,
It's funny
Pip's
that
a lot like
you're
me.
telling us that you like look at that and you think, oh, geez, that's been interesting when you always send me Snapchats of you telling the kids to do stupid shit stuff,
Yeah, but
encouraging them.
yeah.
No
no,
comment.
it's good. It's good fun. It's very fun, but yeah, sometimes maybe they're a bit naughty, a bit cheeky, but I've probably only got myself to blame for that.
And you had 3 kids early on in your 20s, and you're done, or you're going to go again, or you've 3's enough?
No, I'm definitely done. I think at the start I wanted 4. Don't know why, but then, once we had little Pip, little girl to sort of top off the family, thought may as well just call it a day.
You've got 3 kids, Bosto, Henry and Pippi. In my opinion, I think Henry's probably the little cheeky one. Seen a bit of swearing. He goes for Adelaide, which is a bit weird. Why do you think that he goes the opposite to what you say?
Well, I'd never really told him to go for St Kilda or anything like that. He just, whatever Boston does, he'll do the opposite, which is I kind of like that. Like most kids sort of just do whatever their big brother does, but he's for some reason just, so Boston's favourite colour's green, so Henry's is blue, but he won't decide on what his favourite thing is until he hears what Boston's is.
Yeah.
So he just likes to do things the opposite. But I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, he goes for Adelaide.
courageous.
I'm not sure why. I think, a couple of years ago how Adelaide would always play those Thursday night games.
Yeah.
So I think so, because that was a bit different. I'd sort of just let him stay up a bit later that night and just watch a bit of footy. And then I guess Adelaide would always be on. So he loves Tex Walker and Eddie Betts. So
Yeah.
he was down the rooms when Adelaide beat us the other day in his Adelaide jersey. So and he was getting into Boston. So yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Gold. And he's swearing? Is there something
Foul
you've had
mouth?
to work on, or swear jar, or
Yeah, he's just
how
cheeky, but
old's Henry?
He's 4.
4.
But he's
He's got a strong vocabulary
he's one of
when it comes to explicits.
He's very like around adults and stuff. Other than us, he's pretty well mannered and stuff. But as soon as he's around his mates and
All the
me,
footy
he's
lads.
pretty around you boys. You boys are a problem. You got, especially you. Jill bloody pushes all his buttons and makes him get hypo. But it's funny. It's funny to watch.
Bit of a different subject. You love your movies, and always sort of quoting movies. What are some of your sort of favourites, and have you got any all-time favourite quotes from any movies?
Quotes. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, I watch a lot of movies, especially with being injured. I've been watching a heap of movies, heap of TV shows. But I guess, the classics like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. I won't do any quotes, but...
Give us a quote.
Nah.
Give us one.
Quotes.
Just one.
Nah, I'm not good on the spot.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
No.
I reckon if I said a quote, then you just go bang.
I'll give you one. You give Kim a couple and he'd see if you can get the movie. You think about it, we'll continue.
Nah, because mine, Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison's too obvious.
All right,
Don't worry about it.
Now, Robbo, you've been out with the last couple of years with a issue with your heart, but you have had some interesting moments over the last few years that have raised a few eyebrows. One was an interview you did post-concussion, or you didn't even know you were concussed. Who was that?
Ding-a-ling.
Lingy.
Cameron Ling.
Did you
Did I play?
that game?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which was entertaining for the viewers. But so that was one. So we'll tick that one off. That was weird and interesting.
Tick.
2, playing cricket at the club.
A ruptured testy.
A ruptured testicle. Often in swinging good length ball from Shane
Cabbage.
Savage.
Yep.
And
a
then
horrific
slow ball,
shot
it's a
of
slow
a slow ball, yeah.
a horrific selection of shot from Dylan.
Yes, terrible. And then obviously going down twice with your heart issue. So 3 pretty random events. We don't really want to hear too much about the last couple because you've probably done that to death. But take us back to the testicle eruption. And just the initial, I remember actually like sort of ushering you off, saying, just move off, mate. We want to keep playing, so you deal with that over there, not knowing the severity of your injury. But it's quite an interesting one for the people out there to hear about, I reckon.
Yeah, well, we were waiting, I think, for a meeting. We had about 10 minutes to kill, and it was pre-season, so the Aussies were playing. It was middle of summer, so we were had the cricket bug, and we were playing cricket every day. And then Sav, who I've played cricket against and stuff, played cricket with growing up. So I know he's a left armer, a bit like Mitchell Johnson, really fierce,
Yep.
really fast. But he rolled one out the back of the hand, and I just didn't pick it up. And then,
Can't believe it was a slow ball.
it was a slower ball that got me. So I sort of, like you said, bad shot selection. I was just waiting for something really quick, and it wasn't. So my timing was off, and then I think there was a hole in the bat as well. And then went through the middle of the hole.
Must have hit the sweet spot there.
Yeah, well, he made the ball about 2 hours before it, and he made this real nasty seam on it.
Yeah.
So he was rolling up the tape. So it was the seam that definitely
So it was
did
my
the
fault.
damage.
You're on
no,
the blame.
it was a
No,
good. It was a good
it wasn't
cricket
your
ball.
fault at all.
Hey?
It all accumulated to that.
Well, I'm a good sort of backyard cricket ball maker.
It
so
was an impressive ball, but
it did have a high
did some damage.
seam, and it certainly did. And so from there, straight to hospital, surgery, relieved the
Nuggets
pressure.
repaired.
yeah. So obviously I went down like you would, it felt like a normal sort of knock
Felt
in the
sick.
nads, and then the sick feeling in the guts, and then I started sweating and stuff, and it just didn't go away. So it felt like a normal hit in the nads, and then just lasted for about half an hour.
But I could confirm you showed me a bit of swelling down there.
Yeah. So
Which
then,
wasn't great.
obviously, after Gears ushered me off, I just thought I may as well.
Oh, you were icing it, weren't you?
You kept
I don't
looking
think
at it.
so.
Hey?
And then I just put the hand down there to see if everything was still there, and then one side was just blown up and a bit bigger than usual. So I went and saw Barbs, and
Which would have been quite
yeah,
surprising.
Barbs just had a laugh and walked past me. But then I said, "No, serious, Barbs." So then he dropped me ducks and had a look and sent me off to the hospital.
Oh well, interesting injury. But glad you got it sorted, mate. Glad you got it sorted.
Can I bring up one more thing about Dylan?
Yes, you
Just
can.
before we move on to JB's segment, which is chomping at the bit. Dill, you've been known to put on a few kilos when it comes to time off footy. I just wanted to ask, I know that your ass gets nice and juicy and big booty like Beyonce, but has that been an issue for you, or?
Just the one time. So, my whole life, I've been the opposite, struggled to put on weight. So, but the first time in my life, obviously with no exercise for 3 to 4 months and some steroid medication that help you hold a bit of weight, and then obviously no diet restrictions, obviously preparing for a game every week. So I was just watching movies, JB, and eating a lot of junk, no exercise, and then I put on a bit and had to buy some new clothes and all that sort of thing. And
Yes.
Did well to strip him. Strip him. Got back
But
to
did
peak
strip it all,
condition.
yeah.
And throughout that stage with your and you're still going through this now, couldn't get your heart rate above a certain level, could you?
Anyway.
Oh, that was just for the start.
Yeah.
But then once I was responding, all right, they sort of let me go and I was flying.
Yeah, you were going really well.
Yeah.
No,
Righto.
very good. Thanks, Dylan. Thanks for that, and we'll keep you around for the rest of the show. So feel free to chime in with whatever you want to. We're going to move on to the fan favourite segment, but to be honest, in our meeting pre-show, we actually spoke about considering cutting this segment. So JB's got one last chance to redeem himself last week. You weren't invited to the meeting, JB.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So you're under pressure. We know people are enjoying it, and that's great. But last week was an absolute disaster.
Wouldn't mind wishing you good luck as well, mate.
So good luck. Good luck. We'll stay with you. And
Good luck to you guys, actually.
And,
thank you.
And
Thank
Robbo, just beware and be ready for...
So a bit of
Heckling.
No, not the. It's just an awkward segment because sometimes you really you go silent for like 30 seconds.
What do you mean?
Like last week, you just sat there for like 30 seconds, didn't say a word
No, that's because you wanted more clues because I'd beaten both of you.
because you butchered one.
No.
Anyway, we'll move on. We'll give you another chance.
So just to clarify, Gears is winning 1-0 after 3 episodes. So we've actually had 2 stalemates. So,
DNFs,
yeah.
a bit like Danny Ricardo.
So that's how
Stalemates.
that's how stalemates. Sorry.
So this is what we're dealing with.
A stall gift.
Stall gift.
This is what
2
we're
stall
dealing
gifts
with.
and a...
Great start.
Just get your buzzers ready, boys.
Oh, what else? Last week I got in trouble for saying my name as well.
yeah, and you thought it was his answer.
You thought I was answering me as a teacher when my buzzer is. I might do my buzzer as Giri this week.
What do you want to do?
Jill.
Okay. Player 1. My go-to accessory would be a backpack. 2 other current Saints players share my hometown.
Jill.
Yes.
Number 10, Dan Hanbury.
No.
Giri.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Josh Battle.
No. I once laid 17 tackles in a game.
Jill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jack Steele.
Yeah.
Well done, Jill. It's not bad, JB. I've never seen him wear a backpack, to
Were
be
you
honest.
gonna... Did he... Keys, did he introduce the show or did he just go to
It's
the
because he's a
questions?
tagger.
I know, mate. I was joking.
Oh.
Not a real backpack.
Do you know what I was
You
thinking?
mean, mate,
You, Sinks and Hannah's from Q.
No, but that would
Wears
mean
a backpack.
But that means that means he's the backpack.
So he, yeah.
It's not an accessory.
So does
Yeah.
he wear it?
You said his accessory is a
He's a backpack. Yeah.
No, but you didn't say that. You
No,
said
but
his
the player
favourite accessory is
who
a
he
backpack.
goes to is the
Is the
man
person
that wears the
His
accessory.
go-to accessory is a backpack.
Yeah, so that means that he wears it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though
But
because he is
isn't-
one,
but
so he
isn't
loves a
the
backpack.
Oh,
No, but
okay,
he doesn't
Far
use it
out.
as an accessory.
Mate, can you stop questioning all my...
No,
Those?
I'm just saying.
They're meant to be tricky.
Okay, sorry. I won't go there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to
Oh,
push
yeah,
you
we're
under
gonna
pressure.
stop it.
All right, next player.
Yes.
I was selected with pick number 48 in the 2012 National Draft.
Jill.
Yes.
Jim Webster.
No.
Oh, no. That was
I've averaged over a goal a game this year. I'm a father.
Giri.
Yeah.
Kenty.
Yes.
1-1.
How many are we doing?
One more.
We shouldn't have had any stalemates. There should have always been like a...
Store, mate.
Yeah, we shouldn't have had any stalemates.
We're
Okay,
tough.
last player. My birthday only has 3 different numbers in it. I grew up in the Bayside area. My skinnies are under 35.
Jill.
Yep.
Maximus.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done, Newsy. 2-1.
Yeah,
Next.
that was exciting. Exciting segment.
Such a
that,
sore
JB.
loser.
No,
So what is that?
thanks.
1-1 overall.
1-1 after 4 stalemates.
Stalemates.
Yeah.
Thanks, JB. Thanks for that. Clues, very good again. That first one,
Thanks for
mate.
giving me feedback on my clues.
Can you just work out?
Can you just
what you're saying?
can you just participate
I did. I got the second one right.
and not question the clues?
Well, I'm just asking you for more information because
What do you think,
Jeez,
Robbo?
you two are a bit snappy at each other today.
That don't make
Those two.
sense.
What do you think?
Yeah, it was good. Well, you can't be angry at the fact that
I'm not
you got
angry.
the
It was
answers.
just a weird.
Do you know what JB
So-
said to me in the locker room today?
What?
That he wants to punch you in the face. And now I've noticed that, like, well, it's a bit snappy between you two. He
In
said,
the
geez,
kisser.
I want to punch Gears in the face sometimes.
Right in the kisser.
Yeah, right in your eye where the footy hit you today.
I'd love to see
I
that.
didn't say that.
Did you?
Hey, be honest, did you say it or
I
not?
said that.
JB apparently is the best boxer at the club, according to Sammy Solomon, though.
In the world.
Apparently.
In the world,
He's
mate.
got lightning fast hands.
He's the only bloke to go 12 rounds with him from the club. No, very good. Now we're going to go to the fan favourite segment. They haven't voted for it, but I know they love it. It's the jack off. I've got the jack off pen here.
So do I. Did everyone bring theirs?
Everyone bring their pen. Robbo, you bought your jack off pen, didn't you?
No, I didn't get one.
I'll give one.
For the guest. We've got
For
a
the
jack
guest.
off pen for the guest. So JB's the only one without a jack off pen.
Where is yours?
I've been using mine at home.
For university?
So last week, for university study,
Just for anything.
for writing down
Team-
players' names and
plan?
clues.
No.
No. So last week format, we had changed it up. We went to the photos, and there was for me, it was a good change up, but there's a little bit of sort of just yelling out your name and then thinking about what the actual photo was.
Wasn't
Not
me.
pointing fingers. So this week we're going to go for something else.
Welcome to Jack.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Good luck, Jack.
I am Jack Harper.
Jack in the box.
Stupid ass Jack.
So this week we're going to do, it's going to be a musical theme. So we're going to play a short clip of a song.
No.
And depending on how you go, I'm probably just happy with the name of the song or the artist. But I'll consider giving extra points for both.
Okay.
So JB's leading 2-1 in this segment. We know what the result is. If whoever
Shaved
wins
melon.
gets to give the other one a haircut.
No, haircut.
The other one gets a haircut. The other one
Can
gets a
be as
haircut.
big or as small as you like.
Live on the podcast. And I've decided
And a goatee.
if anyone
go.
gets out to a 5-point lead, it's over and it's happening.
Mercy rule.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ready? First song. Here we go.
I just wanna be with you.
Bill.
Yep.
So either singer or
Yeah. Well, if you give me both, then I'll give you 2 points. But if you give
Kelley
me one,
Clarkson.
yes.
Since you've been gone.
Yeah, that's 2 points. Good start, JB.
Trust you.
All right, we're going to go shorter this
I've got two
time.
sisters.
This is going to be shorter. This is going to be a short and sharp one.
Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Any old time that keeps you waiting.
Wait.
Yeah.
Don't say your name.
I don't know it.
This is for Jill only. I'm going to play the longer
Bill.
version. No, you've had your chance.
What do you mean?
You pause. You can't do that.
Yeah, I've got another one. Bill.
No. I'm going to play the longer version. Jill gets a chance.
I know it.
Jill gets a
I know
chance
it.
to have a free swing. Don't just.
He has no idea.
No,
I hope it's called
What it's
this.
called.
What do you think it is?
Lonely Road.
Ooh.
No.
No. What is it?
Lonely Boy.
I'm a lonely boy. It's not a. Yeah.
I thought it was It's a Lonely Road.
No. All right. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
But I hear them all moving inside you. No.
I have no idea.
Jill.
Yeah.
You know it.
Whenever I fall at your feet.
Oh yeah.
Is it Crowded House?
Yes.
Yes.
And what's it called?
Mate, you can't
Is that-
whisper.
I didn't.
No, I don't know what.
Yeah, you saw that.
Nah, Fall
1
at Your
point,
Feet.
1 point.
point.
1
What's it
point.
called?
Yeah, 40 feet.
That's what I said. I was just singing it for a bit of like.
Yeah, but
No,
you're
it's
using
one.
it. I can't give it.
Mate, you're costing him.
I didn't cost him.
did cost-
Wait, I'm taking control. It's one apiece. No, JB's on 2 and Newsy's
Why is he on
one.
2?
Because
he
I got
said the
the-
artist and the song.
It's 2 points.
That's bullshit.
All right.
He said it at the start, mate.
Righto.
Yeah, but I sang this. I said,
And
whenever I
play,
fall at your feet.
play.
You want someone to want you for who you are.
I know the song. I just no idea.
I went and saw this band.
Going again.
You want someone to want you for who you are.
Bill. I'm just gonna guess. Pearl Jam.
No, it's a new one.
Robbo, do you want to have a guess?
No, I don't know it. But I'm,
All right.
I know the song.
You know the song.
I've heard
Yeah,
it, but I
yeah.
don't know it. I'm just interested
All right, it
in...
was Gang of Views.
Gang of Views.
Let Me Down Easy.
Did you ever see Pearl Jam, Jill?
All right,
Gang of Views about
2-1. They got another one now. Here we go.
I see the knives out. I change my back.
Jill, Paul
Yep.
Kelley.
That's correct.
In the middle.
No.
What is that? What's it called?
No, that's fine. So that was Paul Kelley.
What's it called?
Dumb Things.
Dumb thing.
So
In the middle.
we've got one more song. Last one. Now this is 2 apiece. Yeah. So this is the last one, and this is.
I got
this is-
whenever I fall at your feet.
Yeah,
No.
no, you didn't.
Yes,
Now,
I did.
now I'm not accepting a buzzer and then a delay. So
Oh.
don't say it until you know.
If you
it.
do that, I win.
-1.
All right.
Yeah.
Ready.
Wait.
No. Sorry.
What's like pause? Like how long?
They've got something lined up.
It's
This
got to
last
be.
one. Be the same
you've,
song or
You've
something.
got to say it. If you say Bill You got to go with the answer straight away. There's no pause.
Okay.
Jill. Andre Bocelli. I've already won. I don't even have to say it, but it's time to say goodbye.
Well done.
Well, I don't know the Italian word. Great.
Well done, Jill. Very good. So, is that two apiece? Yeah. Two apiece. So that's made things interesting. Very interesting. So that was what do you think of that? The music thing?
Yeah, really good.
Oh, it's something I just didn't know, so.
I like how you're mixing it up.
Yeah, so we'll keep doing that.
Could do like movie quotes. Maybe. That'd be a good one.
Next one, just as a heads up, the next one, potentially a China theme. Just on the back of going to China next week.
Yeah, do not mind that.
So I'm going to probably write down a few things that I noticed on the trip. So just maybe read the paper, JB. Just for some current affairs over there.
That's the first time I've heard you say good things about his segment.
Yeah, you've been quite negative
in the past
about it.
Likewise.
No, very good. All right, no worries. So just before we leave, JB, just to give us, and we don't want to put any pressure on you here, but just give us a little update on where you're sitting with your contract.
Well, this podcast is having a big impact on it.
Huge.
You don't have to give us, just let us know how it's going and heading in the right way. Or?
Yeah, just trying to focus on footy, mate, from week to week, and sort of leaving it to my manager.
Great answer.
Great stuff,
very
mate.
diplomatic. But no, we look forward to hearing the news at some stage when
what news?
The news when you decide to finally sign the dotted line. We hope that's soon. Thanks again for joining us. We've got a big game on Sunday against Carlton. It's the Sir Douglas Nichols round, Indigenous round. So we got 4 Indigenous boys, hopefully pulling on the Guernsey as well as the other 18 teammates this week at 3:20 at Marvel Stadium, and also the VFL are playing in the curtain raise at 11:50. So if you want to come down and see all Saints players that are active at the moment, and you'll get the opportunity to do that on Sunday, as everyone who's not out injured will be playing at Marvel Stadium. Can we ask,
are you far off with the leg, or just before we finish off?
No, hoping to play in China next week. So pretty close this week. I just got to get another big training session under my belt. So Saturday I'll train and get a big whack of training under my belt, and then hopefully make myself available for next week. And so I'm actually heading over early to China on Wednesday, the day before you guys do, regardless of whether I'm playing, to do a few things. So
when will the call probably be made?
Probably Friday.
Oh, right.
I think we've got a training session over there Friday, so I'm going either way. So is Dylan. So we don't need to make that decision till then, but we'll know more on Saturday after I do a big 12 to 13k training session, and hopefully I'm available for Port Adelaide in Shanghai, one we're really looking forward to. But first and foremost, you boys are going to get dirty this week and get to work and get the 4 points over Carlton, hopefully, and we jump on a plane together and enjoy some time away, which would be nice, which we spoke about earlier in the podcast. Is something we really enjoy doing, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I think we've got the bye the week after, so we might be
couple of weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks away.
And thanks for Dylan. And also on that next podcast, I want to talk about some pranks that the boys have done in the past. I was really hoping that Armo would come on because I had some classic content. So
what we might do actually is we might throw it open out there to the listeners to decide whether or not we give Armo another chance. So we invite him back on?
We might do a poll.
Invite him back on, and if you don't want Armo, then give us another player you'd love to hear from, because we've got access to all of them. And
that's what he wants. So he wants us to chase.
That's what I'm saying.
He loves the chase.
He loves the build-up.
Playing hard to get there, but we've got a lot of players lining up that want to get on here. So we've got access to everyone. Everyone. I mean,
just to name a couple.
Anyone. There's blokes out the door here just waiting to get in. But
head down.
But if you want to hear from anyone in particular, we'll get the most popular player in, and if not, if you want to give us to give Armo another chance, and let us know. Otherwise, we'll move on. But thanks again for listening. We'll see you in a couple of weeks for episode 5. Thanks for listening to Talking Jack with Jaron.
You can have your say or submit a question to us by emailing podcast@saints.com.au.
Make sure you don't miss any locker room goss or genius insights by subscribing. And while you're there, drop us a review and share it with your mates.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.